Bullshit.
It's the No BS Marketing Show. I'm Dave Mastovich, CEO and founder of Massolutions, the world's only no bullshit marketing agency. It's that time of year when graduations are coming. And every year during graduation season, I get high school seniors who are about to go on to college, and I get college seniors who are about to graduate and enter the workplace that reach out to me and ask me about marketing. Kind of like asking what the state of marketing is and what they can do to prepare. So that high school senior will ask me, what can I do to prepare for a major of marketing in college? And I had one really talented young senior who she asked me a lot of questions, and I walked through some things. And then I also have a number of college seniors who are graduating who said the same thing. What is the state of marketing today? What can I do to get started in marketing? What's the one or two things I should do when I'm interviewing? How should I be able to work as a marketer? What's it like in marketing today? I have an answer that kind of combines some things that are important to me and that drive success here at Massolutions for our clients. And that's the key. It drives success for our clients, which then ultimately drives success for us. It comes down to this. Anyone that's working in marketing today has a bias towards either the quantifiable or the art. No matter how someone has been raised, in what era they're in, their era during that upbringing definitely gives them a bias. So someone who came of age in the 70s and 80s and 90s is more biased towards the creative art and branding. People that came of age with the internet almost their whole life or their entire life tend to be biased more towards the quantifiable. But even within that, there are people that still have a bias regardless of their age, one way or the other. So the goal is, as a marketer, to leverage both the science, the behavioral science, the quantifiable aspect, and the creative art, and to try to have that blend be as close as you can to 50-50 or 60-40 or something like that, and not be 80-20 or 90-10. And time and again, I still see that to be the case, is that people still get hung up on whatever they've come up with, whatever they were taught, whatever they were raised, what was going on when they were in college and their first job and second job. And so they're not able to see that maybe they're focusing too much on the quant aspect. Yes, you can focus too much on the quant aspect, and others still focus too much on the brand aspect or the creative aspect. So the first thing I tell graduates is keep that in mind and continually explore both the behavioral science, the quantifiable things, and the creative aspect, because you need to blend them both. I've seen so many times someone who was quantifiable trying to do something that would be selling in a storytelling aspect, and they just weren't able to pull it off. Other times I've seen someone that was so far down the path of the creative that they thought sales was icky, and they weren't able to succeed because they weren't able to understand the top and bottom line. So the blend of that is one key aspect that college graduates and high school graduates need to think when they're going into marketing. I like to say that the behavioral science drives the creative art. And if you can continue to work to have that blend, it really helps. So that's an important thing. But another key factor up and down the marketing food chain in the organization, whether it's the marketing specialist, marketing analyst, account executive, creative designer, creative director, video person, chief marketing officer, all the way up and down the organization, another role that marketers have to do is they have to show that there's a plan around marketing ROI. And that ties to having strategic marketing KPIs and tactical marketing metrics. Every metric is not a KPI. A key performance indicator is something that you actually can give to anyone in the organization and they can understand it. Any leader in the organization can understand your strategic marketing KPIs. A tactical marketing metric is something tied to a marketing tactic. So a strategic marketing KPI, and I have 4 strategic marketing KPIs that I say are must-haves. And those 4 must-haves include lifetime value of that patient, if it's in healthcare, or a customer in other industries, or a client in business to business. The lifetime value. And there's all kinds of different aspects of how to create your lifetime value. Another one is customer acquisition cost. What does it cost to acquire a customer? And then the ratio of those two, the lifetime value of that customer divided by that customer acquisition cost, can show you a ratio, and you want that ratio to be around 3-to-1 or 4-to-1, because if it's 1-to-1, you don't have a sustainable business. You're paying as much to get a customer as you're going to get from a customer. And if it's 10-to-1, you're leaving money on the table if you have any kind of marketing team, because 10-to-1 means that you have this lifetime value and you could buy more market share. If that lifetime value and customer acquisition cost ratio drops to 4-to-1, you've increased your market share, but you're still highly profitable. Another strategic marketing KPI is NPS. Loyalty drives growth. And so you want to use NPS. So those are 4 strategic marketing KPIs. Marketing metrics on the tactical side might be something like bounce rate. It might be impressions, likes, shares. It could be cost per thousand. It could be all kinds of tactical marketing metrics. And you want to combine those two. So you have strategic marketing KPIs and tactical marketing metrics, because here's why. Leaders are going to understand if you talk about lifetime value and how that impacts the top and bottom line. They're going to understand customer acquisition costs. They're going to understand how you worked on a conversion rate optimization to help with lead gen. So they're going to understand those strategic marketing KPIs, and that's what helps marketing as a function, as a discipline. The tactical ones, the tactical marketing metrics, are what you're going to use to do your day-to-day activities and to tweak how you do things. So I want marketers, regardless of their level in the organization, regardless of what they do, to think in terms of strategic marketing KPIs that any leader in any organization can understand, and tactical marketing metrics, which are what the marketing team uses to drive their decision-making and their processes. But there's something else, and this is important. We all, as marketers, need to explain that everything in marketing isn't able to be tracked from a marketing ROI standpoint. Everything in marketing isn't quantifiable, and it never will be, because we as consumers buy on emotion and we rationalize with science and facts and analytics. We buy on emotion. That's not me talking. That's been proven through the science. We buy on emotion, we make decisions based on emotion, and we then support that decision with analytics. So we have to be able to be passionate about explaining that, yes, we are going to work to track the marketing return on investment. We're going to work to track marketing ROI. We're going to do that with strategic marketing KPIs. We're also going to use tactical marketing metrics so we can evaluate our team and manage what we do and how we do it. That's also tied to marketing ROI. But we need to be passionate about explaining that you won't be able to track every penny spent and see what it was worth. Things are done based on emotion. A piece of marketing will always be qualitative and subjective, and you won't be able to have an exact ROI to it. I used to joke when I would do turnarounds that whoever had the coffee machine turned on and whoever made sure that we had coffee for everybody brought a significant ROI to the company, because people were more productive when they had their cup of coffee in the morning. But nobody says, well, the ROI of the $1,872 that we spent on coffee over this time frame was $643,000. No one does that because it's absurd. So there are pieces of marketing that are done that you're not going to be able to track and that aren't going to be clearly tied to an ROI. I think that most leaders kind of understand that, but sometimes you hear from the CFO and sometimes a leader says, I don't see what I'm getting from marketing. We as marketers have to passionately explain that both things happen. We can definitely track some marketing ROI, but we also have to accept that a piece of the marketing budget and marketing activities won't be trackable completely, but that doesn't mean that they don't bring value. So this is what I tell graduates. If you want to stay in this field, then help this field, help this discipline, help marketing be respected by others, because it's not just doing something on social media. It's not just a cool video. It's not just your search engine optimization. Marketing is a discipline that deserves a seat at the leadership table. And the way to do that is to show them that we have strategic marketing KPIs and tactical marketing metrics, and also to convince them that not everything in the company is trackable in any of the disciplines. There's not an ROI to everything that the finance department does. There's not an ROI to everything that the operations department does. There's not an ROI to everything the human capital talent acquisition function does. It's just not completely trackable. So we have to be passionate and confident to say, yes, we're going to have a system to track marketing ROI, and we're going to do our best, and we're going to come back and look at those numerics, look at those metrics, and we're going to adjust how we do things based on that. But we also have to know that there has to be some latitude, that not everything in marketing is going to be trackable, nor should it be. And not everything in marketing can we say absolutely made the customer buy the product or service, because we as customers don't admit why we buy, because we often don't know why we bought, or maybe we aren't even completely happy with why we bought, or maybe we're embarrassed with why we bought. Maybe we bought because we just liked how something looked or felt, or maybe we thought that was a cool thing or was prestigious, or maybe we bought something to treat ourselves. And we're not going to necessarily say that. So when people claim they're going to know exactly why someone bought, that doesn't always happen. So my congratulations to graduates at the high school level who are going to go into college, and those that are going to marketing for your major. I hope this was of value to. And I want to congratulate the seniors in college who are graduating, that are going to enter the field and enter their career. And those of you that are going to enter the marketing field, I hope this was of value to you, because my goal is to see people live marketing passionately and get the values out of marketing that I've received, all these great things that have happened because I've been a part of this amazing, amazing field, and to do it in a no bullshit way. Thanks for listening to another episode of the No BS Marketing Show, recorded here in our studio in bold, beautiful downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Remember, ask yourself, what's the big idea? And build your story around the answer. It's all about bold solutions, no BS.